Do you want to know what to do when your toddler screams no at everything? Well, you're not alone. And in this video, we're going to be talking about that. I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting, good communication, how to build strong family bonds, all through the lens of the principle self-government. And in this video, we're talking about toddlers with a strong will. In this video, we're going to talk about why the toddlers choose to say no and what you can do in those moments when they are trying to push against you and test those boundaries. Almost every toddler goes through the no phase. And one of the reasons they go through the no phase is because they get told no a lot. It's this short little word that adults use with them all the time. Nope. Don't touch that. No, you can't have that. No is the stop word, right? Now, you could probably pick a different word while you're parenting your toddler. Instead of saying no, you could say stop or something else, or I don't think so. And then you'd be surprised that actually your little toddler might learn to say stop instead of saying no as often. I do know that there are a few toddlers that haven't gone through the no phase, but it makes me wonder if it's because their parents didn't actually use the no language. I know that I experimented with that with my own children when I was raising them, and it was true that if I didn't use no very often with one of the toddlers, then they didn't usually go through the no phase. But there are other things too. Toddlers really are testing the boundaries of their world. They're testing their independence. They're testing a little bit of their autonomy. What can I get away with? What can I have control over? And they really do test to see how far they can control. It is important for parents to make sure that they don't give toddlers all the control when they are young. It's not smart. In fact, you need to nip that in the bud so that they know who the parent is, that the parent's in charge, that they need to follow what the parent says. This is important for them. It's actually a safety for them in so many things later on. If you have a child who is older who will not follow your guidance, they actually could be put into danger. So what do we do when a child starts to say no and won't listen to their parents? Well, the first thing that we need to make sure that they know is that that is not the way to communicate with their mom and dad. My daughter recently has been raising her 3 small children, and they go through these little independent phases. And when they say no, or when they cry or whine, she will look at them and say, "Oh, Clara, we don't talk like that." Or, "Arbor, we don't talk like that. We need to get calm. We need to take a deep breath, and then we need to tell mommy what we need." And she coaches them through using the 4 basic skills of self-government. So there are 4 basic skills of self-government. There's a children's book that teaches each one of those 4 basic skills. The 4 basic skills are following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences, and disagreeing appropriately. Even little babies and toddlers can start to learn those 4 basic skills. So then when Clara starts to say no or argue back about something, as toddlers do, then her mom will look at her and say, "Clara, we don't talk like that. You need to disagree appropriately. Say mama," and she'll say, "Mama, may I disagree appropriately?" Little Clara says, "Properly." And then she says, "Yes, you may disagree appropriately, Clara. Now say, I know, you don't want me to have a cookie. You don't want me to have tutti, but I really want one. But I really want one." So she spoon feeds her the exact words to say to get her point across. And then Clara says it, and she rewards her for it. She actually, most of the time, allows her to get her way. Not every time, but if it's just a cookie, I mean, it's got eggs and, grain and, chocolate and stuff in it, but still, it's got some sort of nutritional value. And so she decides that learning self-government, learning the skill that brings her into the prefrontal cortex instead of getting angry and just trying to argue her way through things is better. Now, Clara will use the word no a lot, and she'll get bossy a lot if it works. She knows it doesn't work with grandma, so she doesn't ever use it with grandma. So remember that. If they talk back to you and you talk back to them about it, and you try to convince them instead of just saying, no, we don't talk like that, we need to fix it, then they're going to keep doing it because they're getting your attention and because it seems like they're powerful if you're talking back to their talk back. Basically, saying no is talk back. Be sure to correct those behaviors, and if they go completely out of control, don't be afraid to use the calm down spot. I think you might like my next video that's all about the calm down spot. It's called The Magic of the Calm Down Spot and How to Use It. Click on the link to that video next.